Chapter 11, Bankruptcy. The story of Colossal Island and the forces thereon in Zero. The broke royal bankrupt kingdom. Due to heavy gambling and wasteful spending, this royal family is the first of its kind to go broke. As a result of this, other powers rose up in rebellion over the anger of the royals. The royals were led by Alan Royal, leader and soon to be dead man if he doesn't end this rebellion soon. Kennedy Royal, advisor of a gambling program. His mismanagement got the royals in this mess in the first place. Rita Royal, a relative of Amin, who had to cut her holiday short as the rebels and lack of money ruined her life. Val, Rita's best friend, who rightfully blames Kennedy for the mess they were in. She was to protect Rita with her life. Warrior Ephraim. He is a noble man whose loyalty isn't with gold, and the royals have none. But he is loyal with honor with his royal masters. With the island being torn apart, the war, many refugees fled to the side of the newer elders. Michael, the Neo Elder, was a former priest turned warrior as he fights to protect the fleeing people, and the faith from godless rebels and the corrupt government. Michael tried his best to keep the people safe. Because of the fear and hopelessness of the people, many turned to God for hope and salvation. Sickness and disease are rampant, and the only ones who can assist with this are the ones responsible for fighting in the first place. The rebel Macedonian Hefton army. They were influenced by the Rishnians who rebelled. Immo fought. He is the Macedonian leader who is a military general. Nutri. This Macedonian lady is of age and ready to kill. Perfect 7. He is a strong man who thinks he is just perfect. Emu 24. This Macedonian is a tough and also a trained doctor, and who treats his allies' injuries. Latex. This senior Macedonian prides himself in the finer things of life, like the rebirth of the Macedonian Empire. Walk Street. He is the Catherine leader who got the Macedonians to rebel with them. He has a secret Mauritian contact who is also a Hefton. MJ Dean, this Hefton officer, is Walk's protector and MetLife. Like Lex, he wants the land to be ruled by the Hefton Macedonian people, or whatever they decide to call themselves once the land is theirs. Emu Fort led a naval campaign against the royals at Burma. He had Nutri, Emu, Lax, and MetLife with him. Defending the coast was Kennedy and the Warrior Ephraim. They used cannons to push back the rebels and prevent them from landing. Rafa and Val didn't fail so easily in the city, as their lack of fighting style made them as prey for Perfect 7 and Andre Dean. The rebels took the major city, and the rebels made their advance to the capital of the royals. Walks was in communication with Walworth, who was the High Lady of the Russian Helping. Her and her loyal officer TQ took all of Kennedy's money away, which made them broke. So far, Walk's part, he convinced Muford to rebel to the royals' careless spending, which they caused, by the way. This was all an attempt to rule all of Zero for themselves. Walks was advancing when he stumbled into Michael's cemetery, seeing this as a potential threat to his rule. Walks attacked the people. Michael was horrified as he saw innocents being killed. Michael then took up arms himself and rallied a few able men to help him protect the weak, the vulnerable among them. G4, a man with the traits of two angels, Angel Gabriel and Angel Michael. G4 was moved by Michael's passion for the innocent, and so he joined him and pushed him back the tyrant. After his defeat, he focused on the royals and vowed for vengeance. The royals made their last stand at the gates of their castle, with the entire Macedonian Hessian army surrounding them. Many lost their lives in this fight as the rebels draw closer to the main ward. Ephraim rallied himself and his men to fight. He single-handedly pushed the rebels back long enough for the royal leadership to hop on a boat and sail off the island entirely. After seeing his lords escape, Ephraim was at peace. Then it was Perfect Seven who ended this brave warrior's life. At last, the island was theirs, and a new era of this chaos was starting to bloom. Michael and G4 knew now that Wall Street would try again to destroy them. Now that the royals were no more, they were now in charge of the entire island. The Heffern army included the arrival of walls and TQ had the new elders and the people they were protecting surrounded on all sides. As the elders prepared for martyrdom for their God, blessed them with reinforcements from none other than Damien Jr. himself. Jr. and Hitesh and their forces brought boats to allow the people to escape to safety. So Michael and G4 led the people to safety on Junior's boat. The enemy was stunned to see this legendary elder leader before them. Wall was nervous as she didn't want to face the elders head on as yet, so they kept their distance. Once the last refugee was on the boat, they all escaped and the battle was won. Now they all set sail to the mainland, to elder territory, and to safety. As for the royals of Ammon, they met up with their mainland counterparts, led by Cody and the rest of the royal army. The royal power. Cody Royal, the boss and a flying kickboxer. He seeks to unite all of Franklin. Rita Sue, who is his girlfriend. Alexander was a follower of the royals. Natasha was a big fan of Cody's kickboxing, so she decided to join him. And Phil, a man who wants to be everybody's uncle. Cody cared not about riches and money, and held and gold like the other royals before him. He cared about people as he saw them as his greatest asset. So the royals have much more people with them now than before.